This is English shorthand dictation number 235 and the dictation speed is 160 words per minute. Ready? Start. Honorable Speaker Sir, in my state, the location of different panchayats is identified by the state government on the basis of satellite remote sensing system. This system works well in those places where there is plain land. But in the western part of the state, particularly in my parliamentary constituency, the formation of land is layer by layer, for which this technology is not suitable. As a result, the crop loss assessed from the crop cutting report is incorrect. Therefore, I request the Honorable Minister of Agriculture to call for a report from the state government and direct them to have a better system of assessment. Honorable Chairman Sir, in my parliamentary constituency, a special herb is cultivated in an area of 20 lakh acres. Even though farmers are cultivating this herb, middlemen procure it at a low cost and get it exported to foreign countries. As a result, the farmers do not get remunerative prices for this herb. I urge upon the Union government to procure this herb at a reasonable price so that the interests of the farmers growing this herb may be protected. I would also request the central government to set up a medical research center in my constituency. Sir, there is a long coastline in my constituency and I would like to draw the attention of the House to the difficulties and threats faced by the fishermen in my constituency every day. Understanding the serious nature of this issue, it is my duty to bring this to the notice of the Union government. On one side, the fishermen of my state are living in a grip of fear of the Sri Lankan Navy. On the other side, natural disasters and boat accidents result in loss of lives of fishermen. I want to stress that the Union government has the utmost responsibility of protecting the lives of fishermen. I have raised the issue of atrocities faced by Indian fishermen at the hands of the Sri Lankan Navy several times. This Union government has always shown a soft approach while Indian fishermen are attacked by the Sri Lankan Navy. I have been stressing the need for finding a permanent solution to this issue. The Indian Coast Guard is assigned the job of giving protection to fishermen. They have to be given adequate number of boats for patrolling so that they can save the lives of fishermen. Safety equipments are not supplied in sufficient quantities to the Indian Coast Guard. They should also be provided enough fuel supply to continue patrolling for long hours. Recently, the fishermen have lost their lives in boat accidents. The government has to show adequate care and concern in saving the lives of fishermen. When natural disasters take place, even the Indian Coast Guard boats cannot be pressed into service for saving the lives of fishermen. In that case, helicopters should be swung into action for saving the distressed fishermen. Sir, I thank you very much for allowing me to raise this matter of urgent public importance. Shipping is the lifeline of the people of my constituency. At present, 4 passenger ships are kept idle without operating. In addition to that, a very big ship is also laid up due to an unexpected fire in the engine. So that ship is also not operational. Here I must congratulate the efforts taken by the crew of that ship to extinguish the fire. Otherwise, it would have been a big disaster for the entire country because it was carrying more than 600 passengers on board. Another ship is laid up for the last 15 days in island waters. Now 4 to 5 major ships are not operationals. Students who were supposed to appear for their examination and patients who need specialized treatments are all stranded on the island. When I asked why all these ships were not operating, they gave lame excuses. They said that there is no docking facility at Cochin shipyard. I am sure that is not the real reason. The real reason here is that the funds required for the operation of ships are not being given by the Union Territory Administration. They have a special motive to shift the operation of ships from the public sector to the private sector. This is a very dangerous situation. There are about 3,000 families which are directly employed in the shipping sector. If the operations of the shipping sector are going to be transferred to the private sector, there will be no guarantee of jobs for these people. Honorable Speaker, sir, grapes are cultivated on a large area in the state of Maharashtra, particularly in my constituency. Due to the heavy rains, this crop has got damaged this year. In order to give some relief to grape cultivators, the rest of the crop should be saved by encouraging its export. I want to request the central government to convene an urgent meeting of transporters, and sufficient space should be reserved for shipment of grapes so that it can be exported to foreign countries well within time. Transporters charge extra in case of urgency. I request that rupees 25 lakh per container should be given as grant in aid for transportation of grapes. Normally this crop lasts for 6 months, but this period can be extended up to 9 months by covering the crop with an imported plastic cover. The import duty on this plastic cover should also be reduced. Demand for grapes in Europe is 25 lakh metric tons, but we are able to supply 1 lakh metric tons only. Hence, I would like to request the central government to take immediate steps to encourage the export of grapes. Sir, I would like to bring to your attention the problems of home guards in our country. Their services are equal to police personnel, and casualties are also there throughout the country. But they are getting meager wages when compared to other police forces. They are demanding for regularization of their services for a long time. In 1947, the Government of India formulated an Act for Utilization of Services of the Home Guards. The state government has been paying daily wages to the Home Guards, and their recruitment has been taking place since 1962. They are mostly belonging to the communities of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes. Their services were mentioned in the Home Guards Act as voluntary service. The words voluntary service may be deleted from the Act, and their services may be regularized. The pay and other allowances may also be sanctioned to them at par with police personnel working in other services like police, firefighting, excise, etc. Honorable Chairperson, sir, I would like to draw the attention of this august House towards the increasing number of atrocities against the scheduled tribes, the scheduled castes, and the minorities. The official data shows that crimes against these communities are increasing in an alarming way. I recently visited Assam, where I saw that thousands of innocent people were being driven away from the places where they had been living for years together. We are witnessing the same experience in other places also. This House knows very well the Tripura incident, where a mosque was demolished and atrocities on the Muslim population took place. These are all very sad things. All this is used as an instrument to torture the innocent people. Recently, a church was attacked and vandalized in Karnataka. This is a horrific trend. In a prominent city in Haryana, Muslims are not being allowed to offer Friday prayers for the last 2 months. When people come for offering Friday prayers, hooligans attack them. This is a very sad thing. This kind of vandalism is going on all over the country. This is nothing but misuse of power. People are complaining about that, but the police personnel are standing as mute spectators and are not taking any action when these kinds of things are going on. The innocent Muslims are escaping from that place to save their lives. In this regard, I would like to say that approximately 4 lakh Muslims are living in that area. You can very well imagine their deplorable condition when they are being denied weekly prayer. This House may seriously think about that. Not only that, there is spreading of hate speeches also. These kinds of things are spoiling the secular nature of this country. Sir, I would like to bring to the notice of this House the crisis faced by the cashew sector, including workers and entrepreneurs. More than 500 cashew factories are closed due to several issues and unsupportive policies of the central government as well as the state government. More than 2 lakh women workers are working in this sector, and due to COVID-19 pandemic, they are facing unemployment and retrenchment. Their PF benefits are also diminishing. The entrepreneurs are now being asked to clear their loans within months when the entire industry is in doldrums due to the existing pandemic. The cashew sector is already the victim of the state policy. The imported cashew is destroying the domestic cashew industry. There are more than 800 factories spread across the state, but only 100 of them are currently functioning. I would like to urge the central government to call a high-level meeting at the earliest for addressing this crisis and recommending long-term measures for protection of domestic cashew sector so that the workers and the entrepreneurs are protected and the industry is revived. I would also urge the government to declare special package for securing better working conditions and raising the living standard of workers in this sector.